Porsche represented by Benjamin Hengste from Hungary on the front row of the grid. Daniel Fenton heads row 2 with Mercedes AMG and Kylian Drumont in the Subaru BRZ. Alongside row 3, Thomas Laboutelet in the BMW M6. And then next up it is Paul Ura in the Mazda RX Vision Gran Turismo concept. Then it's Jose Serrano, 7th on the grid ahead of Brenda Roush in the Chevrolet Corvette C7. Nico Romero heads Genesis' charge. He lines up 9th position with Daniel Penco, the Spaniard, alongside him. Next up, it is Mateo Estevez in 11th place. And 12th and last on the grid will be Coque Lopez in the Lexus. Won last time out a few weeks ago, just to remind you. Now, as you can see, the weather conditions are far from ideal. It is sopping wet out there. No choice for these drivers here, Jimmy, to start on the wet compound of tyre.
No, you have to do that, otherwise you'd just be completely gripless for the first couple of laps or so. But Medina out front in that Ferrari, feeling fast, obviously, as he said a bit earlier on. So if you're him, really, ideally, you want to just eyes forward and try and build as big a gap as you can whilst the car is feeling good. Of course, tyre wear on as well here, so easy to burn these wet tyres if it gets into difficult conditions. But I think it's going to be a fun race this one, Tom.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, because of course it can dry out. There is that possibility with the dynamic weather. Will someone go on to the intermediate tyres? Will they make a gamble and go straight onto the dry compound tyres? We'll wait and see what is going to happen over the course of this 28-lap race. But round 2 of the 2024 Gran Turismo World Series is about to begin. We're ready to go racing here in Prague as Mohamed Badima and Ferrari will lead the field across the line, and we are underway then here at the Red Bull Ring as we head up towards the first corner. Badima, Hengste, then Fenton, Drumont, Laboutelet. Don't expect any rash moves in towards turn 1, out of turn 1 into turn 2, and then the heavy braking zone of turn 3 is where we should see drivers getting themselves in position for the first overtakes. You saw Fenton there running a little bit wide on the exit of turn 1. That's left him under attack already from Kylian Drumont in the Subaru as we head up the rise in towards turn 3. Badima's got the lead. Second place there for Hengste, looks pretty sure, but what about what's happening further behind? Drumont right on the back of Fenton. Don't think he was able to launch a move, but you got Laboutelet and Ura in position there side by side. 5th place for Laboutelet as he drags alongside and then past the Mazda and up through into 5th place.
Iran Darush in the background in the Chevrolet going around the outside perhaps of Paul Ura, and Mazda who's looking to the inside of Laboutelet. Cars getting very close, contact there between Hengste and Badima at the head of the field. Estevez there having an awful time, I think, spinning down at the at T4 there at the back of the pack, so bad to worse for him. But meanwhile, the mid-pack, it is everyone for themselves. Contact again, I think this time between Darush and Drumont. These guys are fighting for their lives whilst racing each other out there. Horrible conditions to drive in these, but this really shows the talent of these drivers, and it shows the strengths and weaknesses of the cars too, as Drumont just struggles to get on the throttle there out in the Subaru. Fenton hangs on in 3rd for now.
Look at this, you can throw a blanket over these drivers, they're so close to one another from 3rd place back. Badima, meanwhile, has pulled out a 1.3 second advantage over Hengste on this first lap. Then the cork in the bottle is Daniel Fenton at the moment, the Mercedes driver who we ride on board with, and we're not even at the end of the first lap. Out of the final corner we go then. Is anybody going to think about a lunge in towards turn 1? You'll be brave if you think about doing that, because it could leave you under threat in towards turn 3. Drumont, though, decides that discretion is the better part of valour, looks for a half move up the inside, but eventually ducks back into the wheel tracks of the Mercedes. He's trying to line it up on the exit of turn 1 and into that braking zone of turn 3.
Yeah, that AMG is just a roadblock right now. No one can find a way around. On board now with Paul Ura in that Mazda. Of course, highlighted by that rotary engine. Look in the mirror there in the bottom right-hand corner. You can just about see that BMW being pushing along Paul Ura. Laboutelet on the outside. They all try and break off line. Just about managing to keep out of each other's way. Darush there getting by Drumont. So Darush up into 4th place. Now Ura's following through as well. That Subaru really struggling on the straights, and unfortunately this is not a circuit. You want to have a car that's slow in a straight line.
Yes, left him under attack here from Laboutelet. Oh, moves under braking there to Drumont and leaves no room for his countryman. Laboutelet's going to try and rough it around the outside. I don't think he had much choice in the matter, but he's turned it into an opportunity. He's got ahead of Drumont and he's almost side by side with Ura. Just has to back out of it again on the exit of that corner.